Hello fans. Welcome to our channel. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Manchester United will travel to Istanbul this week ahead of Thursday evening's Europa League clash with Fenerbahce. Still seeking their first win in Europe this term, the Red Devils come up against a host of familiar faces, firstly in the form of ex-manager Jose Mourinho. Elsewhere, former Reds Fred and Sofian Amrabat are poised to feature, the latter of which played his final game for United in May's FA Cup final triumph over Manchester City. In terms of the options Erik ten Hag is likely to have at his disposal, we can assume that the squad will be relatively similar to that of Saturday's 2-1 win over Brentford. However, one key absentee will be Bruno Fernandes, who is suspended for the tie after receiving 2 yellow cards last time out against FC Porto. It remains to be seen which player will be called upon to fill the sensational skipper's void in the number 10 role. Elsewhere, Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Tyrell Malacia and Mason Mount remain unavailable for the time being, although the ex-Chelsea man is expected to return to training any day now, so it'll be worth keeping an eye on United's social media to see if he makes the trip to Turkey. Noussair Mazraoui was surprisingly deemed fit enough to make the matchday squad versus the Bees over the weekend despite undergoing minor surgery for heart palpitations during the international break. He came on in the closing stages in place of Alejandro Garnacho and will presumably start as soon as he's fit enough to. Manuel Ugarte was forced off with an injury concern in Uruguay's 0-0 draw with Ecuador last week but did make a 2-minute cameo off the bench for the Reds. Fernandes being ruled out may lead to Ugarte being included in the starting 11 alongside Casemiro, with Christian Eriksen operating in a more advanced, attacking position. Man United can strike bargain transfer for £23 million star that Roy Keane and Ian Wright love. Angel Gomes has been linked with a return to the Premier League as the former Manchester United midfielder enters the final months of his contract at Lille. Manchester United could reportedly bring Angel Gomes back to Old Trafford in a bargain deal as the midfielder edges closer to leaving Lille. The England international, who joined the French club nearly 4.5 years ago, is out of contract at the end of the season. Gomes, a product of United's academy, moved to France after making just 10 appearances for United's first team. Now 24, he has made a name for himself at Lille and earned his England debut under Lee Carsley last month when the Three Lions beat the Republic of Ireland in the Nations League. According to L'Equipe, there are no indications that Gomes will extend his contract with Lille. If he doesn't sign a new deal by year-end, he'll be free to sign a pre-contract with a non-French team. United, reportedly already interested in Gomes, could therefore pursue his signature at the earliest opportunity. The midfielder, who is attracting interest from clubs across Europe, recently spoke about a potential return to the Premier League in an interview with The Times earlier this month. As amazing as it would be, after finding happiness abroad, I know, playing in the Premier League is not the be-all and end-all, said Gomes. There'll always be that sentimental soft spot, so of course it'd be difficult to say no. Gomes, a regular starter for Lille in League One this season, received high praise from Roy Keane and Ian Wright following his standout performance on his full England debut against Finland. And Nicky Butt, who coached the former United youngster at the club's academy, recently expressed his belief in the youngster's potential. He said, "I think he can do better than some of the teams that will be in for him in the Premier League." The Spanish league is written all over for Angel. He could play in the Premier League easily. He could play for Manchester City tomorrow. Reflecting on Gomes' departure from United, Butt shared his past encouragement to the player. "When Angel left United, I said to him, 'You're going to go on and have an unbelievable career and I wouldn't be surprised if you end up playing against Manchester United for Barcelona or Real Madrid in the next 5, 6, 7 years. Because he was that good." Manchester United fan pundit Mark Goldbridge has scorned Red Devils transfer chiefs for, unbelievably, failing to bring a left-back in over the summer, with Luke Shaw's injury record being highlighted as a major detriment to the Red Devils. INEOS' first transfer window saw them bring in the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt, Lenny Yoro, Manuel Ugarte and Noussair Mazraoui, as the Red Devils spent close to £200 million this summer to give Erik ten Hag an increased chance in their search for Champions League football. However, the lack of a left-back means that United have struggled in that area, with natural right-backs Mazraoui and Diogo Dalot having to play on the opposite side of defence so far this season. And Goldbridge has torn into INEOS for not recognising that left-back is a key area of dire improvement needed at Old Trafford. Posting on X, formerly Twitter, Goldbridge, labeling the new owners as unbelievable for failing to bring in a natural left-back to compete with Shaw whilst he is out injured. The United Stand presenter said, "Luke Shaw was injured from August to November last season. Then late December into January. Then February until now. How we thought we didn't need a left-back this season is unbelievable." Shaw only featured in 12 Premier League games last season, being injured from the second game of the season in mid-August until late November with a muscle injury, featuring in 6 games before missing 3 matches with thigh problems, before turning out in a further 4 games, after which he was ruled out for the campaign with more muscle issues. The campaign prior was much better with 31 Premier League appearances, where Shaw almost completed a full season, though his highest tally for United is 32 with 3 full campaigns totaling 11 top-flight outings or less. Man United timeline to sack Erik ten Hag shortens following West Ham intervention. Manchester United may now have found themselves in a race against time to sack Erik ten Hag if they are to appoint Edin Terzic as their new manager. The Red Devils have endured a torrid start to the season, winning 3 of their opening 8 league matches and lacking any sort of spark that supporters would have hoped to have seen after another summer of immense investment. Ten Hag has spoken openly about how he feels that he retains the faith of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co. despite reports swirling that he could be the first Premier League manager on the chopping block this season. Given that United have conducted their business with Ten Hag's plans in mind, they will be reluctant to show him the door so early in the campaign. However, if they are to secure the services of one of their primary replacement candidates, then they may have little choice. Following his exit from Borussia Dortmund last season, Terzic has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford over the past few weeks. The Red Devils aren't alone in their admiration of the 41-year-old though. According to Sky Sports Germany, West Ham have shortlisted the German as a candidate to replace Julen Lopetegui if they continue to struggle. Terzic worked as an assistant manager for the Hammers during Slaven Bilic's 2-year spell at the club, and therefore he retains a good reputation among the higher powers at the club.